My name is Leonique Glasgow. I'll be talking about performance patterns. Focus on Ironman, and this is the scenario that is presented. Scenario presented is if you're not really familiar with Ironman is all 2.4 mile swim, then up to a 112-mile bike ride, then a 26.2-mile marathon. A person has 17 hours to complete them all. Between each event is a transition where the athletes change from wetsuits into cycling clothes and then from cycling to running clothes. There's serious money on the line for the winners of these events. For the rest of the competition, it's a chance to see if they have what it takes to become an Ironman. So imagine you have a long time run. She says she wants to basically compete for the Ironman competition. She spent about 2 years preparing, but she's not really considered an athlete. Um, she pops her sleeve lace on Sundays, enjoying refreshing adult beverage from time to time. One of the things, whether or not certain things would be useful. For instance, a new bike, she didn't think that was worth it. Helmet, didn't think the money was worth it. Um, but you want to see what it is that she getting herself into. So do data to help her out to see if it's really a good fit, and use the scientific analytics and figure out the performance and help her out to see if what she think isn't worth it is worth it, and see what she will want. See, not necessarily what she wants. See what she should concentrate on. What is the Ironman challenge? I just explained, about the swimming, biking, and running portion of the Ironman challenge. You have about 17 hours to complete it. Um, it's been around since 1978. It's all around the world. People travel to see. It's a very popular challenge, as what I researched. It's considered an Emmy Award winning TV show. They have it every year, and anyone is willing to participate. You just have to sign up. Also, when you finish, you consider an Ironman, and not everyone can do it. So people start and they do drop out. So if you even make it to the finish line, regardless of your time, it's pretty amazing. And the winnings of at least I think is up to like 10. Get like thousands of dollars, even up to the last person. Okay, Ironman Kona Hawaii competition averaged from 2015 2019. As you can see, the bike part takes up majority of it, 51%. Swimming take up 11%, running take up 37%. It's a transition into bicycle, swimming, and running. It takes up 2%, and it's a lot because you got to change different wardrobe for each event. And Ironman Kona is the main one that I will be focused on. This is the this is the trail. Basically, participants have to follow, and yeah, it's pretty hefty. Ironman Kona 2015, 2019 times. 2015, 13 hours. 2016, 10 hours. This is average, by the way. Average time for each year. 2017, 12 hours. 2018, 13 hours. 2019, 12 hours. The average swim time is at 11%. Bike at 51. Run time 37. Average total time of all 5 years is about 12 hours. The longest time it takes to complete the race, as I stated, before 17 hours. Um, yeah. What five variables are mostly strongly correlated with finishing place? I think swim times, run times, and bike times definitely are strongly correlated because that which makes up the race and is fairly important. The location and age. As I stated before, the course location it plays a part because the climate of the weather can affect the times. Times meaning, how long it takes because if it's wet, it might be slippery. It's it considered is very important about the location. It's hot, not could be dry, dehydrated, like so. It all plays a part in how people perform age, because when you're younger, you can move a little different than when you're older, and it has shown its effect based on if they're young or old. Run time, like I said before, run time, bike time, swim time is a part of the Ironman. Um, so therefore, that's always going to be important. It's always going to play a part because those three things are Ironman. Okay, in 2015, I broke it down, and so what's the likelihood that the person with the fastest time will be the winner? So swim time, the fastest time was 51 minutes and 2 seconds. The average bike time was 4 hours and 51 minutes. The average run time was 2 hours and 37 minutes. If the swimmer finishes in 51 minutes and 2 seconds, then they will have 13. Those basically 13 hours, the average time that I showed you prior to that. And 51 minutes and 2 seconds was from the fastest swims, which leaves it with 12 hours, 8 8 minutes and 58 seconds, which basically is a high chance to be the winner. What is the likelihood that the person with the fastest bike time will be the winner? So the fastest bike time was 4 hours, 25 minutes, and 35 seconds. The average swim time is 54 minutes and 60 seconds. No, yes, 60 seconds. The average run time is 2 hours and 37 minutes. So if the biker finishes 4 hours, 25 minutes, and 35 seconds, then the person now has basically 8 hours, 34 minutes, and 25 seconds left. And therefore, that is a high chance that they will win as well. And got the 13 hours I stated before from the average that I showed previously in the presentation, and the 4 hours, 25 minutes, 35 seconds is from the fastest bike time. What is the likelihood that the person with the fastest run time will be the winner? Fastest run time in 2015 was 2 hours, 51 minutes, 18 seconds. As I stated, the average run time above, boom, average bike time there as well. And if the runner finishes in 2 hours, 51 minutes, 18 seconds, and the person now has basically 10 hours, 8 minutes, and 42 seconds, which is a high chance of the person will win as well. Um, what is the probability of the first person out of the water winning a race, second person, third person? Please either show your calculation or explain them. So I took the average times from 2015, which is 13 hours, and the first, second, and third place is where I got, the 51 minutes and 2 seconds, 51 minutes, 17 seconds, 54 minutes and 13 seconds. And then I got, for first place, they have average of 12 minutes, 12 hours, 8 minutes, 58 seconds, which is basically a high chance to win as well. And second was 51 minutes, 17 seconds. It's considered high, consider how close, but since it's not first place, it's a lower chance. And the third, they have 12 hours, 5 minutes, and 47 seconds, which is the lowest chance. But they're all so close, and that's important. But 1 second difference is major, so that would be considered the lowest chance. What is the probability of the first person off the bike winning the race, second person, third person? Please show your calculator to explain them. So as well, first place would can be considered the higher chance because it's the fastest. It's off by a couple minutes. It is close, and that 3 minutes difference, as you can see between the first and second. That is considered a lot because there's so much you complete in 3 minutes. Um, and third place would be considered the lowest chance with that type of number around that. If around that number lower would be, the lowest chance. Um, for 2016, I did the same thing as I did in 2015 and broke it down. As you see on this slide that I didn't have on the previous slide, it show you that in yellow is high chance, what I stated. I'm not gonna go through everything between the rest of the years, but I will give a chance to look over and review um, each year and the numbers that I came up with. All the numbers each year were fairly close, and it's definitely amazing to even see these type of times to show up. It takes a lot of practice. All right, it's 2016 still. Um, for first, second, and third winner. Give you some time to look at that as well. All right, so now we have 2017, breaking it down. Stated high chances in this one as well, and breaking down the likelihood of each part, and get some time to look at that one. All right, now we 2017 broken down first, second, third place winners, combining the probabilities. Give you some time to look at that. All right, now we have 2018. Likelihood broken down three part. You can see that they're all high chances that they'll win the race. All right, now we see first, second, third for 2018. Okay, 2019. Same as the other years, it's a different year, different times. They all still high chances. The numbers that they putting up. Um, Here goes the combined probability. First, second. First is a high chance. Second is the lower chance. Third is the lowest chance of them winning. Surrounded by them numbers. As I stated before, you should be surprised how much of 1 second make a difference when it comes to this Ironman race. All right. Okay, the conclusion. When I completed my proper data analyst on Ironman Kona in Hawaii, I realized that since I divided it up into three categories, that the bike part takes up most of the race. There was no time longer than the bike part for anyone that ever participated in the race within those 5 years. The bike part takes about 51% of the race, which I stated various times. The average bike time is around 6 hours to complete. The bike part is the key success in winning a race. So therefore, when training, it should be the focus and make sure all safety equipment is invested in, because if hurt during that part, it can determine the fate of the race quickly. So I highly suggest that how much the bike is or the helmet, anything that involves the bike needs to be properly invested in, because that is majority of the race. It takes up most of the race, and that's the part where people can improve if they're behind, catch up. Is because you're on the course for so long versus any other part of the race. So that's my conclusion. My references, thank you.